Hey guys, welcome back to another movie review. So tonight, I just got back from watching Deadpool and Wolverine. Before we start this review, let me go ahead and say this. I was a fan of the previous two Deadpool movies, and I thought they were both awesome. And I also liked the X-Men movies as well. So when I heard that they were making this, with the GOAT, Hugh Jackman finally returning as Wolverine, I became super hyped, and this actually became my most anticipated movie, not only for the summer, but for the entire year. The trailers were amazing, the marketing was spectacular, and that's how I became super hyped for this movie. And now that I have seen the movie, I gotta say, Marvel fans, we won. This movie was freaking awesome. This movie not only lived up to the hype, it exceeded the hype. There is a lot of things to process here, so let's break down the best and worst parts of the movie. The best part of the movie is easily Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman as Deadpool and Wolverine. These two characters were both freaking amazing. Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool was hilarious as always, and Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, on the other hand, he gave us such a unique and refreshing take on Wolverine. These two characters had such amazing chemistry throughout the runtime of the movie, and overall, it felt so good to finally see them team up on the big screen. Another major positive for this movie is the suits. The suits looked absolutely gorgeous. The Deadpool suit looks amazing, and I cannot believe it took us 2 decades to finally get a comic-accurate Wolverine. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine suit was a masterpiece. And overall, I love these suits so much. Another positive for this movie is the humor and the jokes. There was a lot of jokes that just stuck the landing, and I laughed a lot. This movie sure did poke fun at a lot of things. And overall, the jokes in this movie made it look like the funniest movie of all time. Another huge positive for this movie is the action. This movie had some peak action scenes. This movie had a lot of bloodshed, considering that this is the first R-rated MCU movie. But it makes sense because it is everything that you would expect to see in a Deadpool movie. And overall, the action in this movie was fire. Another huge positive for this movie is the soundtrack. I can't believe I'm saying this, but they cooked with the soundtrack. This movie had a lot of great needle drops, and overall, I jammed to a lot of great songs in this movie. And the final huge positive for this movie is the cameos. The cameos in this movie just blew my mind. The cameos in this movie made it look like the real Multiverse of Madness. I also loved how each different cameo served a big integral part to the story. And overall, the cameos were absolutely incredible. Now let's get into my 2 major issues. The first negative for this movie is the plot. The plot itself kind of felt paper thin. And my final negative for this movie is the villain, Cassandra Nova. I wouldn't say that Cassandra Nova was such a disappointing villain. I would say that she felt more like a mixed bag. Now look, I like Cassandra Nova. I thought she was a good villain, but I didn't really expect her to be a bit comedic. But overall, I had such an amazing time at the theaters watching this, and this is not only the best comic book movie of all time, it is the best movie of 2024 and the best Marvel movie since Endgame, No Way Home, and Guardians 3. And the rating I would give for this is an easy 10 out of 10. Before I end this video, listen to me very carefully because I am not going to want to have to repeat myself. Don't let the internet spoil this movie for you. Stay off the internet. Go into this movie with an open mind and have yourself a fun and entertaining time. That's my advice. But anyways, yeah, that's my review of Deadpool and Wolverine, and thank you for watching. If you want to see more reviews like this, follow me for more. Peace out.